everybody, and welcome to another fun, expeditious, fun-filled episode of Radio Rama. And today we're working on a Nordemende Electra. That's in pretty bad cosmetic shape. The entire front end is coming off. I have to admit something here, which is I started working on it, and then the power transformer was hosed on it. This is the original power transformer. So I set it aside. One of our members who also likes working on European says, like, give it to me. And he took it home and replaced the power transformer. But it still needs to be recapped. We have a bunch of nasty old leaky paper caps. And so I'm going to pull the chassis and we're going to start replacing those the paper caps. And try to do some repair work on the front end, maybe. We'll see. I might not have my glue today. Alright, so I've replaced all the paper capacitors. Weren't that many, really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, I need to replace that electrolytic. And then the recapping will be done. And then we're going to clean the volume pot. Alright, so replaced that last electrolytic, and now I'm going to use a deoxit to clean the pot. I'm usually too cheap to use this at home, but that's really what you should use on your switches and your tone and volume controls. That's moving a lot nicer now. I don't know if the switches need it. I'm going to test it to see what it does. Alright, now I need to glue this front end back on, and I got my favorite product, Lexel. It's a sticky glue. And so I'm going to glue it back down. Alright, so I'm going to run the audio input through. This came with the tape and record player connector, so I'm going to hook it up to the tape side of things, but we need to tie our right and left channels together. We do that through a set of 33 ohm resistors. Oh yeah, and I forgot to show the result of gluing the cabinet. Let me show that. Alright, so you can see the front is now glued on real nicely. Anyway, I think that'll do quite well. Okay, so we got the audio running through a pair of 33 ohm resistors, right and left channel. There was a bunch of other paper caps that I didn't see that I replaced. This is not paper, this is Mylar. You can tell because on the end it's clear. That radio sounds terrible. Jesus. I don't know. What the hell? Alright, so it is the next day working on the Nordemende. And the glue is set. Front's really solidly attached. It's never going to come off again. Now I want to work on the case. The case is not bad. It's got a few scuffs. There's tape residue on it. So I'm going to use a little WD-40 to get that off, and then I'm going to follow up with Old English for light woods. It covers up little scratches. And then we're going to wax it. This is actually a tough urethane finish. I'll probably start with a plastic polish because that's really what that is. And that'll cut through a lot of the scratches that have accumulated. Well, that made a huge improvement already. Finish is actually in really good shape. And now we're going to buff it up with my handy dandy mechanical buffer. I guess an electric buffer. And I use Novus number 2. If you're in Europe, I'm not sure if you can get that stuff, but basically you want a plastic polish. I say Europe. I get a lot of European viewers on this station, but no matter where you live, you want to find plastic scratch remover. A lot of people use this stuff on pinball machines. Alright, well that made a world of difference. Now we've got the gloss back. These did come with like a piano type finish. Did all the plastic too, and I even cleaned the interior. So now it's time to stick the chassis back in, see if everything buttons up nice and neatly, and we'll try it out and make sure it still works, which I think it should. Take me as I am. Anyway, it's working really good, and you would never know that the entire front end was broke off this thing. It seems to look presentable. Here's a FM.
Muy bien, entonces dijo.
And then we'll have AM.
waiting on it.
Ready.gov/plant. A stand in for an old love. Take me as I am, or let me go.
Everything's been working real well on it. This was a tag team effort. A big special thank you to Gilles from the California Historical Radio Society, one of my dear friends. He put the transplanted transformer in this guy, and now it's going to live a new life. So it's a nice little compact unit that has a good sound. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. Until the next time something comes across my workbench, I'll see you guys later. Adios.